booted away to start the game. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Offense set on first down. Back to throw, it's Bowman. Coming after him. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This offense has a second down play. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pocket starts to collapse. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Garbers. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Caden McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. Got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly to the tight end. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. First down for this offense. The give to the single back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Bowman. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Garbers. Good timing on the quick out. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
The give to the back. He breaks the tackle. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Looks as if he's going to run it. Tackled after picking up the first down. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time. But, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this. And listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Makes the grab down the middle.
And I love working the slot receivers. And you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Offense in a bunch formation. Intercepted. Got room on the return. The 30. The 20. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception,
And it's caught! Pistols firing! Touchdown, Cowboys!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah,
What a job to lay out and make the catch. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a town to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Garbers. Getting some heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end, and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's 4. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Presley. Tackled immediately after the catch. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Bowman. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, the ball's on the ground. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back.
First half coming to an end. Offensively, you're trying to put a drive together, get back in this ball game. The last thing you wanted to do was turn the football over, dig yourself an even bigger hole. Not good execution by the offense.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way. They stripped it out. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate. not able to land on it, man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Going downfield for the big play. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The Bruins trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're lining up to boot it away.
Number 94 set to kick this one away.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Cowboys will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Back to pass, it's Garbers. It's complete to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out. The 10. Touchdown, UCLA. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Bowman. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Right back to it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
A first down run in the red zone. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Bruins in the hurry up. Trying to bully their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this is their third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on fourth down. Wants to throw. It's Garbers. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. And the beatdown has ensued.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
31, Oklahoma State, 7.
Fair catch called for and made. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensive.
And that's a live ball. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. On second down, wants to throw.
Love that. Nice hands and also beautiful awareness by the receiver to make that grab in bounds.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Presley. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Unleashes one. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Ready to fire from the pistol. They go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He's going up top. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Bruins will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, UCLA 31, Oklahoma State 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
On 3rd down, going up top. They're bringing heat. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
How about this? They go empty on 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, it's Bowman. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch them off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And he intercepts it. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know we wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Pressure coming. Makes the catch. Touchdown, UCLA. And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockne and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They're up by just 2 over Northern Illinois. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, well, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Bowman. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. Now the play fake. Fires left. Got his man downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He'll throw it. Makes his connection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Looking to throw it again. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. Coaches are always looking for those things that they did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Line getting set on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll try the right side. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great game.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Brought down at the 45. Good enough for first down.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And